Bullseye. Oh, good afternoon. It is that time of the week again. It's the start of a new week. It's time to have a bit of a darts practice. Now, I have been practicing through the week, to be honest. I've gone to my Paul Nicholson darts, which I threw the other day, and I'm really liking them. So I'm going to stick with them for now. I keep saying I'm going to stick with a set. I never do, but these are definitely the best it's been. Today, though, I wanted to look a little bit away from the dart. I wanted to go to the end of the dart. So not the point, but the flight, and maybe the stem soon as well. But today, predominantly the flights. So I've played with all sorts of flights over the years, and the inspiration for today's video is I want to see if I can make my own flight, cut some flights essentially, and put it into the design I want. And I used to use these ones here, which are basically flights that Phil Taylor apparently cut to this shape when he played, and they were called DXMs, and he was amazing with these. He transitioned from a slim flight, which looks a bit like that, to something that looks a bit more like that. Now, there are millions of flights on the market. You can get Sigma flights, which are they're like a star, essentially. You get kite flights, you get pair flights like this one, and you also get just your standard flight, which, let's be honest, most players still play with a standard flight. And yeah, I think they're the most reliable, really. And they all essentially affect how the dart goes into the board. You tend to find with these smaller flights, they'll go in a little bit quicker into the dartboard, they'll fly through the air quicker, and they'll tend to be where the point sticks up and the flight bends down. So they tend to lie flat essentially into the target, whereas your kind of more bigger flights, your standard flights like these, tend to point downwards. So it's kind of a bit like that, where the point just goes in at a different entry. It's personal preference essentially. But yes, what we're going to do, we're going to cut out a darts flight and just see how that affects my throw. So yeah, let's get on with it. Right, so the dart flights I'm going to use today are these ones here, these sort of kitten ones. Now these are a little bit smaller than your standard flight, but they're kind of a similar shape. But these are the ones I'm going to cut out. Before I do that though, I just want to kind of show you how they go in the board. So I'm going to throw 3 darts quickly, see how they go in the board, and yeah, then we'll just see how it changes essentially. I'll maybe have a go with a couple of these as well, and yeah, we'll just see how we get on. .60. So as you can see, the point is kind of sticking downwards, so they're not going in like that. They're pointing so the flight stands up. So that's kind of what I would expect with these sorts of flights. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 1 pair flight in this, 1 DXM and 1 slim, and just see how they go in comparison. Word of advice, don't ever go up to a dartboard with 3 different flights in like this, because it's probably not going to end too well. You'll probably lose. Anyway, let's see. I've got DXM, slim and pair. So we're going to do the DXM first, then the slim, then the pair. Okay, interesting. But what you'll see, I scored 7 by the way, you'll see they've gone in at a completely different angle. So now the flight is sort of sitting downwards rather than standing up. So flights really do play a massive part in terms of how the dart goes in the board and how you see it when it lands. So yeah, that can affect loads of things. Let's say you're going double 20 here and it's pointing down like that. For someone using these smaller flights, that's obviously a lot harder to get in. Now if it's pointing upwards like that, you can just hit the dart off the barrel like that and it will clatter in. So you know, it really depends on how you want it to go in. Personally now, I used to play with the slim flights and the smaller ones like these. I prefer the bigger flights. So yeah, I'm going to go cut mine out anyway to my shape, and yeah, just see how we get on with them. So what is the design I'm looking to kind of make? Well, what I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to put them all together when I actually cut them as well, so hopefully they'll all be the same then. But essentially what I want to do is I want to sort of cut round here and make like an oval sort of shape. So basically just cutting this straight line off here and just sort of have it dipping in just to kind of see what happens really. So I don't want to completely butcher the flight, but yeah, just want to see if I maybe just cut the edges off, just see how it turns out. So yeah, let's give that a try and let's see what I'm really worried by the way of how I'm going to cut these, because I'm not very good with a pair of scissors. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Whatever happens here, I have to play with them. Right, I probably need to get a bin before I drop it all on the floor. Do you know what? I am going to do 1 flight at a time. I'm going to use the cat's head as a bit of a guide. I'm going to cut up to the eye, corner of the eye, and then round just below the ear. So something a bit like that. And I'm going to do it the other side as well. Well, this isn't as easy as it looks. Corner of the eye. And then there's probably a flight like this out there, but that is what I have made. So it's like a slim flight with curved edges. So do the other two, and then we'll have a throw. Okay, we are all done. I'll be honest, there's a reason I don't think these have kicked off. That's really sharp and painful. So, and I don't think they're overly consistent. They're not too bad. I have to say, I've done worse. The cat's a good guide. Right, let's see how we get on with these. And yes, they have. And last start, I hit a treble 20. Right, let's have a few more practice of these, and then maybe we'll have a go against the computer. Right, let's go for it.
This
Practice match against the computer.
And computer.
The flights are on.
Displayed over the best of 9 legs.
First to 5, 201, with my own personalised flights. Wow, these are going in weirdly now. 28. Not a good start.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 28. 100.
Oh dear. Come on, Harry. 60. That's a bit better.
66.
Got a chance. Come on. Roll 14. No, 11. Right, 15. Oh, that's so lucky. Double 19. Yes, I've got it. That right. Have I counted it right? Yes. So my fat 15 ended up going in the 17. Double 19 last start. I've got a leg. Let's put it in.
114.
So I have to say, so far these haven't felt a lot different to the slim flights. But there has been the odd one, like that, which I'll show you in a minute, that's gone in really weirdly. So that one's gone in really flat. You can see that's pointed down, and then this one's bending off to the left a bit. But yeah, I definitely don't like it so much. I've actually got some really good scores. I'm averaging over 60 for a change, but what's that, 48? This could be game over though. I'm 4-1 down. They've played well. They're averaging 75.
48.
This could be it.
Computer, game, shot, and match. 2.
Just dropped my dart. Right, let's have a look at the averages. So there we are, 63.4. It could be worse. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick best of 5. And yeah, just see how I get on with the standard flights again. So not my ones. Let's go back to the standard flights and see, because I'm playing better if I can beat them today. Big flights are back. Come on.
Leads the head-to-head by 9. Matches 2.
Okay, Russ, shush. Oh, it feels weird going back to these now. 85, but yeah, look how much different they go in. That's more like it. Go on, Harry.
Harry, you require 91.
Trill 17 tops. Hit a 3. I'm overthinking it now. Oh no. I hit tops. That was my pathetic effort at treble 17. Then my pathetic effort at treble 16. But I've scored 51, so I've left tops. Will I get another go?
51. Computer, you require 100. 60.
Yes, come on.
Harry, you require 40.
Yes. First start. 2-1. Come on. We're back in it. They've won it. But I just missed double 18. A 65 average. So it's trending in the right direction. That's the main thing. So yeah, that is it for today. Do I think cutting flights like I did is worth it? Well, it was quite good fun. I have to say, I did enjoy it. And there's so many flights, as I was saying, on the market now, so many different shapes. And to be honest with you, I still think ultimately standard is best. It's still the thing that most people go to. It's the most reliable, and I'm definitely going to stick with my standard ones as well. But it was, like I said, it was really interesting to go back and just try some of those different designs, just to see how differently they go in the board. And that can vary as you get older, maybe getting taller. If you're a little bit smaller, you might have to, you might want it to go in more upwards like Phil Taylor did. But to be honest with you, you've got to go for what works for you. And I think one really important thing, which is what I was not good at, is sticking at things. I'm still not. Sometimes you just got to give it a few days to feel comfortable. And sometimes, even if you're not hitting what you want, but it feels comfortable, that's when it's right to stick with it. And that's why I'm going to stick with these darts, the Paul Nicholson ones, the black ones, and the standard flights, because I think that is still the most reliable. And as I said, there's a slight improvement, nothing major at the moment, I have to say, but we are getting there. And as I said, I think this is definitely a safe option. There's nothing that can really go wrong with a straight dart, straight medium-sized stem, and a standard flight. And I think that's the best way while I'm still trying to get my form back up. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one today. Again, just a bit of fun, essentially, just having to go with the different flights, keep myself entertained. And yeah, I look forward to having a bit more of a practice, though, with a proper setup. But yeah, thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later.